What's up guys, I'm Ezekiel and welcome to Easy Gaming. So as you guys have probably already seen since I mentioned it several times in other videos, I am super excited for Breath of the Wild 2. So for today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys 8 different things I think should be incorporated into the sequel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So for the first thing I'd like to see added into Breath of the Wild 2 would be the feature crafting. I think this would be a really cool feature. Think of the items such as bokoblin teeth and all the other monster parts, and different items such as ores that are in the game. Really all you're able to do with them currently in Breath of the Wild is give them to Kilton for Mon, or sell them for rupees. I think it'd be really cool to be able to use those parts as materials to build weapons and maybe even different types of armor. If they added items such as iron ore or other materials, it'd add even more things to craft with. Definitely one of my most hoped for features for the next game. The second thing that I'd like to see in Breath of the Wild 2 isn't really anything new. Rather, it's a continuation of something they already have in the original game, which is minigames. I'd love to see more of these, like the snowball bowling at Pondo's Lodge and the shield surfing time trial at Selmy Spot. It definitely adds some fun things to do in the game. I remember I just really loved playing these, and it definitely encouraged exploration because you never knew if more of these minigames were hidden across the map. And honestly for me, one of the things I really loved was the scenery around the location that these games took place in. They took place in small lodges nestled in snow-covered mountains. For some reason it just made the minigames seem more fun and relaxing. I think these were super good minigames and I'd love to see more of them in the next Zelda game. The third thing that I want to see added is almost inevitably going to happen, but I want to see different weapon types, like new weapons such as crossbows and stuff like that. Even just different variations of the weapon types that are currently in Breath of the Wild would be nice. Just like you have different types of claymores, it'd be cool to have more variations of each weapon. This would be cool as well going back to the crafting feature. You could start by crafting a wooden sword, then craft out of better materials, such as iron or gold, to make better weapons with more durability and more attack power. More weapons just makes me want to explore more to see what weapons are hidden around the map. In the first one, I really enjoyed exploring every part of a shrine or map in hopes that I'd find a weapon that I'd never seen before. It definitely just makes you more willing to spend more time on each location instead of just finding a location and leaving immediately. I'm almost sure we'll see more weapon types though in the next game. Number 4 is something that a lot of people want, and that is Zelda as a playable character. Now I have to say, I wouldn't want to play as Zelda for a majority of the game, simply because I really like playing as Link, but to have certain aspects where you have to play as her would be cool. Maybe she'd have different abilities in Link, and you'd need to use these to get past certain parts in the story. I think that's one way to incorporate her into the game. It'd also be nice to be able to play as her, just to switch up gameplay instead of always playing as Link. It'd make gameplay more interesting. Who knows if Nintendo will add her though? We can hope, right? Number 5 is something that is very simple, but I think it'd be a fun addition to Breath of the Wild. This addition would be fishing. I know it sounds simple, but I think it'd be pretty fun. Maybe add some useful items that can only be obtained by fishing, or add some items that are harder to obtain on land and are easier to catch by fishing. Like in Minecraft, how you can catch fish, but you can also catch very useful items, such as enchanted books. Maybe you could catch different types of weapons, or even catch different types of crafting materials that can be used to craft weapons. This would definitely complement the crafting feature if Nintendo were to add it. The sixth thing I'd like to see added is more abilities like the ones you get from defeating a divine beast. This brings me back to something a lot of people have noticed from the trailer for Breath of the Wild 2, which is Link's arm. There's been concept art for an arm which possesses special abilities that can be used by Link. I think it'd be very cool if Link's arm could be used as a sword, bow, or other types of weapons all in one. The producer of the game said they were working on DLC ideas for the game, but had so many different ideas that they decided to make a new game instead. So the concept art that we see from when they were making Breath of the Wild could be things they're going to add into the sequel, such as Link's arm. It'd definitely be a cool feature, maybe a little weird, but it's still cool. The seventh thing I'd love to see continued in this game is tons of side quests. I had a lot of fun with the ones in Breath of the Wild, Building Terrytown being one of my favorites. The side quests gave you so much to do. Even after I'd beaten the game, the side quests kept me coming back to play so much. It honestly just adds so much more playtime to the game in my opinion. Even the Korok seeds, as annoying as it is to catch all of them, which I have not done yet by the way, definitely gives you more to do and adds even more incentive to exploration. Shrines are another thing that I'd love to see continue staying in Breath of the Wild 2. A lot of them were very fun and I really enjoyed them, except for the shrine, which I'm probably going to butcher the name of, Kyo Rouge Shrine, or the name of the challenge, which is called Fateful Stars. I remember I got stuck on this shrine for quite a while. Thank the Lord for YouTube, helping me beat that one. The final thing I'd like to see continued in the sequel is more mini boss fights. I thought all of these fights were super fun in the first game, such as the Stone Talus fights, Lionel fights, and Hinox fights. I had a lot of fun with those. I remember in the game sometimes certain characters would talk about them and ask you to fight these bosses for them. Again, like I said, all of this just adds so much more to do in the game. And overall, my favorite part of Breath of the Wild was exploration, and these boss fights add to the draw of exploring areas to see what you might find. The stuff like the Lord of the Mountain on Satori Mountain, which if you guys didn't know, is actually thought to be a tribute to Satoru Iwata. Stuff like this made this game even better as well. There are actually quite a few Easter eggs in Breath of the Wild. Maybe that could be made into a future video. Well, that just about wraps up this video. Let me know what you guys want to see added into the sequel in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, consider hitting that subscribe button and leave a like before you go, and I will see you guys in the next video.